Good evening, Toastmasters and honorable guests. When was the last time that you really moved your body? And I'm not just asking going to the fridge to get some food or going upstairs at your own home. I'm asking about increasing your heart rate for a certain period of time. If you are just thinking, I quite don't remember, or if you are just thinking, I have no idea what she's talking about, you are not alone on that, because the majority of the adults are not doing it right. And that is exactly why we need to talk about it. Because physical activity is one of the most powerful tools to live longer, healthier, and happier. Maintaining a healthy body weight is directly related to decrease in the risk of chronic disease, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, cancers. There is a huge incidence in cancers nowadays because of obesity. Breast cancer is one of the most common breast cancer. Mental health issues, anxiety, depression. Let's try to start to fixing it right now. Everyone stand up. I promise I don't going to do as hard as I told because it's a very hot day and I don't going to raise your heart rate as much as I had in mind, but start to march on your spot. March, march, accelerate, 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 accelerate. Now, give me a big shoulder roll, feel yourself, feel your muscle, you are alive. Give you a big shoulder roll. And now reach high up to the sky. Reach is just like a flexible spine, reach high up. Now everyone can sit down because I think we have a little bit of taste that this business is quite important. Now let's go into the second phase. If you think this is important, if you know now that's important, how much do we need of physical activity to give us a browning point at the end of our life, to decrease the risk of chronic condition? And that's a straightforward answer because we have plenty of research and plenty of data. We know the numbers. Is divide between adults and kids. For adults, can we all see it? But it's straightforward. For adults, it's 150 minutes of moderate physical activity per week. This means 30 minutes per day for 5 days, or 1 hour and 15 minutes just 2 days per week. Or if you are doing running or swimming, which is called vigorous exercise, it's just 72 minutes per week. Kids are a little bit more because they naturally has the increase in heart rate, so they need to have 60 minutes every day, and it's not including playing. They need to be engaging in proper activity. So hands up, who is following the guidelines? Well done! That's amazing, West London. That's amazing. Now, hands up, who is in a work in progress? Good as well. Yeah. Hands up, who doesn't care about these? I rather live a little bit with low, a bit decrease my life expectancy. Who doesn't care about that? You would not be, if anyone has raised the hand, I would speak on the break. However, you would not be alone on that, because the majority of the adults in the UK and worldwide are not getting that, are not reaching the guidelines. Because if we were reaching the guidelines, and I say we as a community, because if my community is not doing well, I'm not doing well as well. If we were reaching the guidelines, we would be sleeping better. We would have less exacerbation of mental health issues. So, Now we know that physical activity is important, and you have guidelines on how much you need to do. Why we are not doing that? And by the way, that is a very good population that are doing amazing well. At least half of you are doing well. But worldwide, UK-wise, why we are not reaching these targets? We know that's good. We know what we need to do. Why we are not doing? Time, but if you prioritize, you could time as well, but I think that when it's about prioritization, we live in a society now that makes it easier to sit still. Lift, instead of going up the stairs, I guarantee to you, if there was a lift here on these masters, a percentage of this group would be taking the lift. Food delivered at our own home for our own convenience. However, the inconvenient truth is that it has a cost, and a cost for our health. The good news is that you don't need to join a gym. You don't need to run a marathon next week. The good news is that you can start small. You can take the stairs instead of the lift. You can walk when you are on your work call, when you are on your phone call. You can do some shoulder stretch when you are boiling the kettles. Or you can put some music when you are doing some chores at home. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be consistent. It just needs to be regular. It just needs to be part of our routine. Because once again, consistency beats intensity. And I would like to finish with a thought that you guys need to make as an individual, because I cannot make this thought for you. I would like you to turn to the person next to you and say, one small step you're going to be doing this week to move more. Well done, well done, well done, well done. I'm running. Well done. I wish we have a bit more time, but I challenge you this week to move more. Not because you should, because it's good for your mind, it's good for your body, and it's good for your old self, who is going to say thank you for the decisions that you have made today. Movement, it's a medicine that needs discipline to make it a habit. Thank you very much for having me.